All right. All right. Let's make sure this works here. Speaker on. Camera appears to be on. Okay. Woohoo! Hey, hairbag. Woohoo! Schwinn quality. Okay, let's get cracking here. Believe it or not, we just got back from the symphony. Yeah. Expand your mind, man. Take in some real music. It's a total different world going to the symphony than working on Schwinn bikes. But sometimes when you're working on a Schwinn or an older bike, everything's got to come together like a symphony. I'm not really a composer or anything, but man, if I could just point my finger and, you know, make it happen. And okay, so we're doing pretty good. I got this front wheel dialed in. It's on the stand, and I got the back wheel ready to get switched over. We got this back wheel all packed up, fresh grease, new Kenda 27 by inch and a quarter, new tube with slime in it, new rim liner, and I got it pretty well trued, really, as good as I can do. Anyway, it's much better than that other rim. So yeah, you can sight down that baby. Slight, maybe a little blip of an up and down hop right where the weld is, where it's welded together. You're never going to get rid of that. It's just, that's the way it is. It's not a bad rim. Anyway, this is looking real fly, real shiny, and a couple little rust spots. I'll tell you what, it's better than that other rim. Much better. When we take that off and we spin it, you'll see the difference. Anyway, we did dial this in. I cheated a little bit. I cheated a little bit. We put this Altus. We took the Schwinn derailleur off. I'll get it. I'll show it to you. There it is. Yeah, we took the Schwinn derailleur off. And here it is. Yeah, this one was kind of twisted. The cage was twisted a little bit. And I think the spring was a little weak. What happens is these springs, Schwinn only has one spring on this particular style. And that spring is supposed to do it all. It's supposed to make this pivot point happen, which was kind of worn. And that spring is supposed to make this do it all. It wasn't doing it all. It was kind of grinding on sixth gear, which is first when you're on the top here. So we went through that and we put this other derailleur on, and it shifts nice, and it doesn't rub on sixth gear. And I'll just run it through the gear so you guys can see. But that part is solved. I did some grunt work. Yeah, we did a little work on that. So we're in. Let's pop it on the high. We'll pop it up to this side right now. Okay, so now we're in eighth. We're going to go to seventh and then sixth. And the thing was, it was grinding really bad on sixth gear. It wasn't quite getting out of the way of that because of that weak spring. Now this is sixth, and I don't see a problem with that. Are you ever really going to be in sixth gear? Probably not. Like I said earlier in the other videos, usually on a 10-speed. In the real world, pop this down. In the real world, you're in third gear most of your life. Okay? Just thought I'd let you know, unless you're like training for the Olympics or you live in Kansas or Wyoming or somewhere really flat. I don't think Wyoming is that flat. Let's just say you live in a really flat part on the earth. You're probably going to be in a higher gear, but in all intents and purposes, you're going to be in third or fourth back there. That's just the way it is. So I think we're okay. This turned out really nice. So I guess what we'll do, let's pop this back wheel off. It's really bugging me. It's got a huge up and down hop, and the tire is kind of wasted. It's been sitting a long time, and there's a flat spot on it. And we'll take it off. We'll take the freewheel off. We'll take the spoke protector off, and we'll put it on this nice fresh, ready to go rim with new tire and tube. And we'll just lay that other one to the side for some future project. I don't think I can really get that up and down hop out of that one. It's pretty bad. All right, let's take it off. Look, we're 5 minutes in and I've got a wrench in my hand. Yeah, we are 5 minutes in. Okay. Oh, that's right. The dreaded 16 millimeter. And like I was saying in my other videos, this is my only 16 wrench. This is it. We're a little close to the whole welder area. Let's move this up a little and let's ditch this light that's burning my retina. Okay, we'll just put that over there for a second. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. The channel seems to be doing a lot better lately. I don't know if it's just consistency or YouTube had this thing where they got rid of a bunch of AI stuff. They had some like AI slop policy where they were getting rid of channels that are like mostly AI or something. And it's definitely not me. So maybe I kind of came up on that. You know, I do pay attention to the analytics and subscribers, and you know, I do pay attention to those things. And what I noticed was when I have retinas, is that things are kind of picking up a little bit, and maybe it's because I've been doing the live feeds on Saturdays every Saturday now. Not quite sure what's going on, but seems like it's picking up a little bit. All right. So we're going to take this freewheel off and this spoke protector off and put it on the good rim. Let me get you set up over here. Where you guys going? Get over here. I told you what I'm doing. Get over here. And this rim hasn't been repacked. So I've done all the grunt work. That front wheel is repacked. That one I just showed you is repacked. All the bearings in the frame and fork are repacked. We have done some grunt work. And we are ready to do the fun stuff now. Yeah, this is dry. I can feel it. It is dry. Dry. I did test this bike momentarily without doing any work on it. I wanted to make sure dry and the axle's bent. Good thing we're going to a different deal. Okay, let's look around for this freewheel tool. Anyway, I did test this bike just momentarily. You can go back in the videos and see me testing this. I think I only had a front brake or something, just to see if the frame and fork were good before I sunk any time or money on grease and tires and tubes. Actually, this one's turning out pretty well on the money side. All I really had to buy was tires, and I had the tubes. Yeah, I mean, I had to invest in tires because I'm going to keep this one. Anyway, this is the one to use. It's a Shimano Adam French copy. That's the one on a lot of vintage Schwinns. It should fit right in there. Oh yeah, it's really oily though. We're gonna have to kind of pop it in. I mean, it's yeah, the threads, there's a lot of dirt in there. We're gonna have to kind of tap that in and then put a bolt on it, I think. We don't want to ruin this freewheel. There's a lot of grime in here. I can feel it. It's not just sliding in. In fact, I can see it. There's a lot of goo in there. Okay, so you got that in. And you want to just put this nut on here just gently. You don't want to leave that on when you do it. That's just to keep that in there when we take this off. Once we start to move it, then I'll back this one off and try to slide this out. You just see I had to tap it in there because it's so grubby. But this freewheel is good. We're going to try to save it. Okay. So hopefully we won't have to go over to the vise of doom and crunch it in there. Maybe we can just use this. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll give it a shot. We're going to slam it on the ground and try to impact it a little bit with the freewheel tool in there in the big wrench. So here we go. You guys see? Yeah, you guys can kind of see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The channel's been doing good lately. I don't know if it's because the whole AI thing. They're trying to get rid of these sloppy AI channels or something. Oh yeah. Oh, it's working so good. Good thing I don't care about this rim. Oh, I think we're gonna have to put it in the vise. Oh my God, that's really on there, folks. I don't want to put it in the vise. Let me try one more thing. Wow. We got Big Daddy. Although Big Daddy has a shorter handle, it's just something about this one. Sometimes it works a little better. Let's see. I might get the old trusty chair over here too. I have a feeling we'll be putting this in the vise. Okay, let's get Big Daddy over here. Dude, man, come on now. Will that fit on there? No, that will not fit on there. God dang it. Bear with me. Still working on it. Okay. It's calling for extreme measures. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think we're going to the vise pretty soon. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. 5-foot cheater bar. Yeah, and we're not caring about that rim. Okay. A little 5-foot cheater bar. Now we're going to take this bolt off. This nut. Wow, that was a lot more than I thought. All right. Look at that. It's coming right off. This is actually a good freewheel. Look at that. Come on now. There we go. Okay, now's a really good time to clean this up with some steel wool or some aluminum foil. Now's a great time to clean that up, and we will. Wow. Okay, I don't think I'll need this 5-foot cheater bar anytime soon. Oh, dear. All right, we're doing good. All right, so this is the comparison. This is the one I don't want to use, and I'll give this a spin, and we'll see what you guys think. Yeah, you can see some issues there. And it's really dry. I can feel it in here. The grease is all It's all brownish. What happens is Schwinn, this is the good one. Schwinn used white lithium grease. And that's fine. But after years and years of sitting and using it, it just turns into like this gray murk. It's hard to explain, but when you get into Schwinns that haven't been repacked, the bearings are usually like covered in this gray, slimy stuff that is not really grease anymore. It's kind of like glue. So the white lithium attracts dirt and it turns into gray sludge. Anyway, it's good to clean it out. That's what was in both of these wheels and the cranks. Well, the cranks were dry, but that's what was in both of these wheels. All right, let's get this off. Now we had to pound this in, so we're probably just not going to be able to pull this out. Great. Yeah, we're gonna have to tap that out somehow with something. Yeah. I don't know what. Maybe a small piece of pipe or something. Oh yeah, here's something. We'll just push this in here and we'll just tap it and the tool should come out. There we go. Okay, no damage to the tool except there's grime all over it and sand, but we'll spray that with something and clean it up. Got to take care of your tools, folks. The only reason I'm cleaning it now is because it's kind of a pet peeve when I reach into the box that has these and there's goo all over it, that makes your day. Anyway, good to clean it off for the next guy, me. Okay, that's good to go. All right. And if you look in here, you can see the 60-year-old goo grease that's in there. That's from the Schwinn factory. No one's ever been into this. No one's ever been into this bike except me. Everything has been really cakey, dried grease or brownish gray lithium sludge. There's been no pieces that are actually, this is sand. This is actually sand in here. I can feel it. Wow, that's rough. You don't want sand near your bearings. Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of cleaning this. We're going to have to spray that with something and wire brush in there too. It's pretty bad, but the actual freewheel itself is in great shape. All right. So now is the time. We would like to clean this. Before we do anything, we're going to clean this part, chuck it on the good rim and clean the threads on that freewheel a little bit. And then we're just going to cheat a little and use some steel wool. Or we could use aluminum foil. I think steel wool is a little quicker, and I'm kind of want to get this on there. So here we go. And here's halfway clean, so you can see what's going on. Now is the time. Now is the time. This part here is clean. I haven't touched that upper part, and I haven't done anything to the back. Like I say, now is the time. You're never going to get any steel wool in there between the freewheel, and especially on this side where the spokes are. Now's the time. Sure is nice working out here now. Man, a couple months ago, you wouldn't have seen me working out here without the heater on and a jacket. And I wouldn't be wearing sandals. Yeah, it's nice now. And we won't get too hog wild on this. We're just gonna, I hate to slap it on all gooey and not shiny when you have a chance to do something. Be careful on these, they're sharp. Okay, one part here. Some sticky residue on here too. There's some sticky, oily stuff on here as well. And we thought we'd give it a shot with some carb cleaner or something. I'm sure everybody's going to scream at me for using steel wool. That's okay. All right, we got it kind of better. It's better. Now's the time. You're never going to get this clean. I mean, you're never going to get it clean off the wheel unless it's off the wheel. All right. Now we have to deal with this. And there's some sand in here in the thread part, which is kind of a bummer. Trying to get that in the bearings. Okay, that feels better. There's still some chunks. Wow. Man, somebody was riding through some sand lots or something. That's pretty good. All right. We could put a couple dabs of oil in here too. I don't think I'm going to. It just feels too good. We'll put a couple dabs of oil in there. Not that it's going to really go in, but I'll attempt to do something. Yeah, this is definitely an old one. It doesn't have the plastic seal. I don't think this is a Shimano. I think it's made in somewhere else. Let's see where this is made. Yeah, it's an Atom. That's what it is. Yeah, ATOM. This is not a Shimano. Shimano has the plastic seal on the back. Atom does not. Here, I'll show you. This is a Shimano, Schwinn approved Shimano. This is an Atom, no seal. No seal on the front. The Shimano has a seal on the front. This is from a Schwinn 5-speed. It is Schwinn approved, and it does use the same freewheel tool. That's why I was calling that Shimano Atom freewheel tool. It does use the same one. This is a Schwinn approved Shimano, but it uses the Atom tool. See? And this is a Atom Schwinn approved, and it uses the Atom tool. Now, some Shimanos use a different tool. They use a tool like this. It's bigger, thicker, the splines are fatter. See the difference? So yeah, don't be confused. If the tool doesn't slide in there really nice, then get a different tool. All right, so we're ready to wipe this sweat off my head. Dang, it's hot out here. Woo! All right, let's put this on. We got this Superfly fresh wheel all repacked. Look at the nice red grease, all shined up. New tire, new tube, new liner. We got our nice shined up freewheel protector, spoke protector. And we got our freewheel, which I want to make absolutely sure there's no stuff on those threads. And I think we're going to put a little grease on the threads of the wheel as well. Let's do that. Because what if we have to take this freewheel apart? Just a little bit on the actual threads of the hub that hold the freewheel. Just a wee bit. You don't need all that. You don't need everything I put on my hand. That's for sure. Okay, let's put this on. Here we go. Oh, man, I already cross-threaded it. Can you believe that? Wow. I can't believe I did that. That's not acting right. That's not acting right. Well, that is not acting right, folks. Wow. Oh, there we go. Woo! Wow, it started to cross thread. So I backed it back with the tool until I heard it click. Wow. That's crazy. All right, we're going to get the chain whip and kind of tighten this up. I want to make sure that it's doing the right thing. That was scary. I don't usually use the chain whip on freewheels, but that was kind of scary the way it didn't want to the way it wasn't cooperating. It wasn't quite threading on. All right. I think we're good there. Okay. 1 10-speed wheel ready to go. It started to cross thread, and I quickly backed it off a few times and put the tool in it, and then worked it back the other way counterclockwise until I heard it click, and then it just kind of threaded on pretty well. So let's put this wheel in. After all that, we might as well put it on, right? Woo. My hands are super grubby now. Great. Give me a second. You know, I don't mind getting grubby. But when you're going to put tires back on the bike that are brand new, you know, and your hands are all grubby, it's kind of like, you know. Okay. So we got a pretty good back wheel to go back on this. And let's pop it on. And then we'll run it through the gears because, yes, we have just micro changed. We have just changed where that, I mean, there's minute differences in the hub from that old back wheel and the way this freewheel is threaded on. We're probably going to have to adjust the derailleur a little bit. There's minute differences. It's not the same wheel. We're putting a different wheel on. Slight differences in the spacing, just a little bit, you know, not a lot. You know, a lot of people will say, no, a Schwinn 10-speed wheel is a Schwinn 10-speed wheel and it shouldn't matter. But it will matter. We're going to put it on here and we might not get fifth gear or we might not get first gear. We'll see. And it's like 80 degrees out here. But I'm still liking it better in wintertime. Much better than wintertime. All right, let's pop this baby in. Enough jibber jawing. That's in third, yeah. Let's see here. You're gonna be nice. Are you gonna be nice? You're gonna be nice. Yay. Bikes that are nice. You know, a ratcheting 16 would be good. That would be on my bucket list there. A ratcheting 16 millimeter. Okay. Okay, I can already tell that's much better because it's not going wonk, wonk, wonk on the back brake. That's a good sign right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, look at that. See? It tried to pop off. The chain tried to pop off. See, that hub is slightly different. So we do have to adjust that. Yeah. No, a Schwinn back wheel is a Schwinn back wheel. They're all the same, perfectly machined. No, they're not. So that tried to, you can't see it, but if I pedal anymore, that'll flop down in there. I don't want it to flop down in there. Whew, that was close. Yep, we have to adjust this now. Look at that. It's off just a little bit. Okay, we're good there. All right, so if it was off there, it's going to be off on first gear too. So let's bring it up to first gear. 5 people watching, huh? Wow, this is really an exciting one. All right. Let's we'll bring it up. And look at that, it won't go up to first gear. So what I was saying about that hub being slightly different. Well, this hub is Schwinn approved, made in France, the one that came off this bike. The one we're going on is stamped 1971, Schwinn approved, made in Japan. There is a slight difference, obviously, because I'm having to adjust this to get this in the upper gear and a lower gear. It shouldn't be that way. It should have been just like throw it on there, right? Let's run it back down. Good. That looks good there. Now we're going to go into this higher gear. All right, we're in that higher gear. Now we're going to go up into this other range all the way from this is, let's see, that's 10th, 5th. It's in 10th gear right now. We're going to go up to 9th, 8th, 7th, and then 6th. Make sure it's not doing that grinding thing, which it's definitely not. We're done with that part, but we're just going to make sure. 7th and 6th. There we go. No grinding, no crunching. We've got all 10 gears. We've got a decent wheel. Now what you're seeing here is this Kenda gum wall. It's painted. I'll slow it down for you. What you're seeing here is the paint from the gum wall. Like here, you guys can't see, but here it's only down to this one line. If you spin it around here, there's 3 or 4 lines here. So it went, the paint for the gum wall, or however they make the gum wall, it's not applied evenly. Like if you were to put this screwdriver right here and spin it, you can see big sections of gum walls sucking down, like especially right around here. So that's what you're seeing. The tire is pretty well seated. The rim is fairly true. What you're seeing is the gum wall. That's just the way it is nowadays. Okay, so let's go back down. And we'll go down to 3rd. Yeah. Okay, and that's 3rd gear, and that's the gear you're going to be in most of the time on this bike. That's just the way it is. All right. So we've got decent brakes now. They're not jumping around. Not too bad. It's a little jumpy. Yeah, we might do some final truing on the bike. You can always true it pretty good on the bike, actually. It's not bad. I think let's do the whole generator test to see if that generator is womping around like it was with the bad rim. Then we'll know. That's the real test there. What's the generator doing? There we go. Oh yeah, I think we're good. I think we'll go open here. Of course, I can't show you. I might be able to turn this. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. Remember how that was hopping around from that bad rim and unseated tire? Now it's just doing its thing. Okay, we're doing good, folks. We got a back rim. It's on there. The chain is brand new. This wheel is repacked. Front wheel is repacked. We got to work on the front wheel. So the difference in the hub spacing was probably very minute, but this one is made in France. You can't see it, but I know it's there. I looked at it earlier. Schwinn approved, made in France. And the one I just put on there is a 1971 Schwinn approved, made in Japan. Might be slight differences, probably right here on this little lip. On the other one, I think that lip was a little smaller, and that kicked the whole freewheel in, hence us having to adjust everything. So always adjust everything. Don't just take it for granted that that's a Schwinn 10-speed wheel, and this is a Schwinn 10-speed wheel made by two different countries and two different eras. So this one was made in 65, and that one was made in 71. Now, you know, in all respect, I should probably repack this one, restring it with a better hoop, and put it back on the bike. And I may eventually, you know, keep it all French approved, you know. French approved? Is there such a thing? Okay. All right, we're doing good. Let's work on the front wheel. Where is that devil? Oh, you know what? Let's put these bolts, these nuts on this other rim so I know they're there. Just in case I do want to reuse this at some point. These 16 millimeter nuts will be on here for later use. It's good to kind of chuck parts back on. And man, this thing is dry and it's tight. You can't hear it, but it's bad. It definitely needs a clean and a repack. And it needs a new hoop, and it needs a new tire, and it needs a new tube, it needs a new liner. Probably a few more spokes. Yeah. Okay. All right, we've done pretty good in the 45 minutes or so. Let's get jumping on this front wheel. And I showed you what the differences are between a Schwinn approved Atom and a Schwinn approved made in Japan. Shimano, they had this dust seal, and that was the big deal. Schwinn wanted these for varsities and Suburbans with the dust seal. They were having issues with sand getting in those freewheels. Obviously, I just cleaned a whole bunch of sand out of the threaded part. So if it got in there, it could probably get in the bearings. That one's okay, but Schwinn was having problems with that. There's even a little excerpt of that in one of my Schwinn books about how in the varsities in the 70s, when the varsity boom came out, Schwinn contracted Shimano and had them make a bunch of these Schwinn approved, made by Shimano. But it uses the French Atom remover. Strange. Maybe that was the spec, you know. Maybe that's what they wanted. Since the Schwinn shops already had that tool or something, it would make sense. Like, hey, we want you to make this, but make it so our tool fits it. Makes sense, I guess. Okay, wow, a whopping 6 people. We're doing good. Well, it's just you, Hairbag. Hairbag. So what's happening, Hairbag? Yeah, you doing any bike riding? We're going bike riding tomorrow, and I'm going to take this one because it's going to be ready. It's almost ready now. Okay, we got a front wheel. Get you close over here. We got a front wheel. I did some of the grunt work today, and I cleaned and repacked the old lithium grease out of this, and I shined it up. Did some minor truing. I'm going to let it go. There's a slight up and down hop. It's not too bad. I think we're golden. I think I'm just going to run it. It's not bad. It was on the bike. It's made in France. It's got to be good. It's French approved. All right, we're going to put a new liner on this. I don't trust this rim liner. It looks kind of cakey. This rim liner is probably original to the bike. And I don't know. Man, it's in good shape. I don't see where it's rubbing through. A little bit right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to rub through. I'll show you where. Actually, it rubbed through and it got, oh, you guys can't see nothing there, can you? Let's see here. Yeah, it did rub through. We're going to change it. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to rub through the spoke and it got really skinny right there from it shrinking or something. Anyway, we're going to change it. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Because that's what we do. That's how we roll. Yeah. It's brittle. The rubber is very, I don't know. It's rusty. The rust spot on the rim there too. Wow. Wow, that's a really rusty spot. I did not see that because the rim liner was under it. The rust was under it right there. That'll work. All right, this was questionable. I just didn't like it. And maybe I can show you where it was getting kind of skinny. Oh, yeah, it went through. Yeah, that was starting to go through, folks. Right there. I know that's nitpicky, isn't it? But you get out on the road and that starts rubbing around. And it got skinny there. It kind of melted there. I know. I just can't deal. I'm going to use a new one because that's me. Whee! All right, we got this fresh one. It's a freshie. Yeah. If you buy these, get them in bulk because when you buy one or two, they really rip you off. So a lot of times on cruiser bikes, I'll just make these out of old inner tubes and overlap them and glue them and then use a tool I have over here. Well, it's a tool like this, but smaller. It's not this tool. Okay, that's not the tool I use. I have a smaller one. And you just glue it, you cut it, you glue it, use an old tube. But on 10 speeds, it's kind of hard because you got to get them really thin. Don't buy them individually. Buy them in bulk if you do that because then they're actually reasonable. Okay. All right, I need some water and I got to put this on. Let's put this on. I'll drink some water and then I'll read some of your wonderful comments. Now, if you're using a used one, be very careful putting them back on. I've broken many, and they'll break on the hole for the valve stem, like no problem. Okay, this one's pretty good. We're gonna make that right in a minute, but it's on there. I'll drink some water and we'll read what you guys are talking about. Oh, there's Jeffrey. Oh yeah, you did make it. Jeffrey Schmoyer. Oh yeah, and also, do you ever rebuild those freewheels or do you just look for better ones from your stash? If it's a Schwinn approved, I will try. And what happens is it's hard to find those little bearings. You can buy those bearings, but when you replace the bearings, the races are out of the races wear too, and it's fair. You won't find little springs. There's these little dog catches, like these little. There's two or three of them, like these little. It looks like a little claw hammer, kind of like with a spring. It's tiny, but you won't find those springs. So if those springs are bad, just ditch it or save it for parts. But if those springs are good, leave that part alone. Clean all the bearings really good, and then you have your choice to take a few spacers out if it's that kind that has the paper thin metal spacers. It's yeah, you can rebuild them, but you better have some spare ones around, and you better buy some of those little bearings. Usually, if they're all gummy and nasty, you can clean everything, and it's a pretty good chance if you just clean it and put some light oil on it, you can get that freewheel to be back in service. Um, Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's just you break it down, and you look at things really carefully, and get all the goo out of there. Because what happens is people put oil in them, like me. Anyway, light oil is fine, but people put other things in there because they think, oh, let's pack this full of grease, or they never put anything in there. Anyway, it's older freewheels. It's kind of a dicey thing, and then you run into the fact that, like, let's look at this 5-speed one really carefully. Or well, actually, this one isn't showing much signs of wear actually. So if you rebuilt that, you'd be okay because these gears are pretty good. It looks like no one ever put severe wear on this thing. If they're pointy, then that's if you're rebuilding this to spin better, but these are pointy, then what are you doing? Like this one, here's one I recently took off a parts bike, and you can see it's really shiny and pointy on some of these upper gears. So I don't think I would even mess with this. This is just hanging around for parts. I'm not going to find any. I'm not going to find any parts for this anywhere. I don't think you can go and look up Mega Range Shimano and buy anything. Maybe, but uh, there's a lot of pointy action here. So is this just going to go in the scrap? Probably. But this one, it's got the seals on it, and it feels pretty good. It's just a little gummy. So if you were to take this all apart and just clean the bearings and put the spacers back in the way they go, and make sure everything was good. It's not really rebuilding it unless you put new bearings in it, but you'd be doing pretty well because Schwinn knew how to. Well, this is a Shimano, Schwinn approved, but they knew how to do stuff back in the day. Back in the day, not now. My goodness, you can't rebuild anything now. You can't. Well, you can, but why? Okay. Let's see. Let's read another one. Yes. Larry Brightwell. Yeah. Hey, Larry. Have made them from old tubes a couple of times. It does work. It's actually better than buying them. They're thicker. I've got some stuff around here I saved just for that. Yeah. Oh yeah. You get desperate for a rim liner, and you'll be trimming some of that up and gluing it. Rather than paying $7 a rim liner. No, don't buy the rim liners unless you buy them in bulk. I've seen them on eBay recently, and they wanted $7 a piece. I just come on, for a piece of rubber. Give me a break. Okay, let's get back to this front wheel. And I gotta hydrate a little bit. It's hot out here. All right, so we repacked this. We repacked this front wheel. It's decent. It's got a tiny up and down hop. I'm just going to live with it. I got the up and down hop out of that other one that went on the back. Now, we're going to make sure this is centered right, and then we're going to put some slime in a new tube, and we're going to put a new tire on this. I might run the compressor, so get ready. I know you guys love to hear that compressor. I love it too. So we're just kind of making sure this is where it needs to be. It's a little fat for 10 speeds. It's a little fat. We're just kind of making sure it's in there. All right. And another thing I like to do is, this rim doesn't need it, but sometimes on Schwinn's, there's this little sharp edge here where it's welded together, and you can run a file on it and save yourself some problems later. Always check where it's welded together. This one's not too bad, and I think I'm going to let it be. But that one I put on the back had a really sharp edge, and it took me a while to kind of make that right, make it smooth. This one's okay, though. Okay. Let's put some slime in a tube. That's what we do. And it's hot out here tonight. How about these? These kind of are concerning. Usually when you go to Wally World and you get a tube from Bell, you take it out, it's wrapped in plastic. And these particular tubes are not wrapped in plastic. So, very interesting. It looks new. Looks fine. Yeah, looks like a new tube. 27 by 1.25 inches. Best for road use. Best for road use. And it says light right here. That's kind of cheap. All right, well, let's put some slime in this. Yeah. You find these at the flea markets and old tool places. It's from the 30s. They're nice to have. It's better than those little plastic ones that come with the slime containers. You can also pull tubes through, like when you do car tires. You can pull the tubeless. There's a tubeless valve stem. You can pull it through the rim with one of these. It threads right on there, and you can pull it. Or you could put this on there when you're trying to put a tube in an old car tire to prevent the tube thing from popping down. So these are pretty cool to have. Anyway, we're going to take the valve stem out. We're going to put a little slime in there, and I'm going to start the compressor because I know you guys love that. Okay, you don't need much, okay? Just a spurt. About that much. That's all you need. Take it easy. Stuff's expensive. And then don't let it sit in there too long. Get it down in there. And put the stem back in, obviously. Now, I have had problems where there was still some slime on the valve stem seal itself. So if this leaks and you think, oh, the tube's no good, take out the valve stem, make sure there's not green stuff on the sealing part. Sometimes it happens, especially when you let air out of it and the tube is down like this, and you let some air out of it and the green stuff comes sliming out. Just keep an eye on that. It's not really the tube. It's probably you got some extra slime on the valve stem seal itself. All right. Before I start the compressor, let's read another comment because we're so awesome. Okay. All right. Ooh, Jeffrey Schmoyer, for a set of aluminum wheels for my Super Sport, I splurged and got the French Velo tape. It's really nice, but I don't think I'd do that for a steel wheel because it can't hold moisture. Yeah, that's for aluminum wheels. And that tape's awesome, by the way. I just, um, because I've actually reused it on, I've taken it off of bad wheels and it still had sticky stuff on it. So that's some good stuff. It's nice and thin too. It goes in really nice. Good stuff. I don't know about splurging. What'd you spend? 20 bucks? Okay. I mean, hey, I probably spent 30 bucks on this whole bike. Jerry Price just picked up a 67 Varsity Tourist model and just started going through it. Been watching your videos, picking up some good tips. Can't wait to go riding. Is that the first year for the twin stick? Does it have the shifters up here? I think 68 or 67. Where are the shifters on that bike? Are they on the frame or are they up top, the twin sticks? Let me know. I think 68. Anyway, that's a good bike. Yeah, hold on to that one. What color? What color is that? I always want to know about people. Yes. Oh, it's the twin stick. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, I gotta turn on the compressor. I'm sorry, folks. Just give me like 5 minutes of torture for you guys. I gotta turn on the compressor. I'm not gonna seat this front wheel with the pump. I just don't feel like doing it tonight. Okay. It's just background noise. Jeffrey already told me. He told me last time. He said the compressor's nothing, man. Run the compressor. Uh, Okay, we put a couple pounds in there just to keep the shape. And like I said earlier, when the slime runs down to there, don't let the air out with the tube on the stem on the bottom when you're putting it on the tire, putting it on the rim. What that does is it shoots slime up into the sealing area of the tube. If you have to let air out of it for some reason while you're trying to put it on, which you will, have the thing up to the side. That way, green stuff doesn't go in the valve stem seal. There you go. Oh, copper tone. Awesome, dude. That's my favorite color. Yeah. Copper tone. Copper tone varsity sport. Oh, tourist. So that would be the upright bars. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Always run your hand in the tire, even though it's brand new. You don't know what they were doing at the factory. You don't know. A guy could be picking his nose or eating sunflower seeds. Stuff was falling in there. You don't know what this is. It's a brand new tire, but always check them out. Always. Okay, so we got that in there. And I think I can safely turn off the compressor. It's full right now. I don't think I'm going to need that much pounds to seat a tire. So we can unplug that baby. And we can plug this light back in so everyone can relish how wonderful my shop is. And how I actually vacuumed before this. And like I was telling people earlier, this is definitely a multi-purpose shop. Welding, grinding, drill press, furniture, frames, woodworking, automotive repair when I can actually get a car in the doors, which is pretty rare. So yeah, a lot of stuff happens in there. Okay. And live feeds. Yeah. It's all about the live feeds. All right, we got that took in shape. It's good. And we're going to let a few pounds out with the valve stem up, not down in the slime area. And we're going to spray it with some silicone. I am going to cheat a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're going to cheat. I can find it. Ah, here it is. Okay. Okay, we cheated. Don't tell anybody. I want that baby to go slip and sliding on there like Bob's your uncle. And we're going to let a few pounds out. Like I was talking about, have the valve stem up. You don't want the slime coming back out, okay? It's messy, and it gets over the valve stem seal. And then you have a bad day because you think you have a bad tube. And actually, come on now. There we go. And actually, all that's happening is there's some slime, and they don't want to tell you this. You know, the people at slime are like, oh, no, that never happens. You know, the green stuff, you know, if anything, it would make the valve stem seal better. No, that never happens. No, it does happen. It's happened to me several times. You get some of that green stuff on the valve stem seal, and it creates some kind of bubbly mess, and air comes out. All right, before we get all hot, we're going to bounce it a few bounces, and then we're going to check the bead, and then we're going to put about 100 pounds in it. That's how we roll. Because I didn't hear any popping. Yeah, see, that's low right there, that whole area. That's low. And I didn't hear any popping, and it's low right here. So, yeah, we're going to put about 1,000 pounds in it. Until we hear some popping. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Yeah. It's low right here, and it's low right there too. All right, well, here we go. There's one. That popped out too. And this one is also good as well. All right, let's see what we got in there. Barely see that. It's 70. Oh, 60, 62 pounds. We're going to put more than that in there. All right, there's like 78 pounds in there. That's plenty. But it holds 90. Put 90 in it. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Just put 80 pounds in it. We're fine. Okay. So let's test this out and see if it looks pretty good. Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Tiny up and down hop. All right. We're good. We are going to be taking this on a ride tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, all we need is pedals. I can steal those off of another bike. Did I say steal off of another bike? Did I say that? We can gently acquire them off one of my other bicycles. All right, let's pop this on. We're getting close. This is almost test ride time now. Wish I could bring you along. We got to get a valve cap for that. All right. All right, we got a little plastic cap for this. We're doing all right. And this year, varsity, I think the copper tone Taurus that you have, Mr. Jerry Price, I'm pretty sure that has wheel lock spacers built into the fork. I can't show you a set right now, but this one does not have that. This one does not have the special washers. It just has normal washers without the little cone locks. It's kind of a nice feature, but this one does not have it because it's a 65, and that was not part of Schwinn's deal back in 65. I think that's 67 and above. I'm not quite sure. Enlighten me. I know you've had the front wheel off already. You can tell me. Getting people to do my work for me. Okay. Come on now. Come on. All right. Okay, so I'm really glad that I did the grunt work and took this whole wheel apart and repacked it. Yeah, that's not great. We might do a little on the bike truing right now. It's not great. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's got a chunk in it. I think we're going to do some on the bike truing right now. You guys are going to love it. Better than a truing stand. It has the cone locks. Yeah, you've got those. That's good. Yeah, 67. I think they started that. They started the twin stick and they started the cone locks. You probably have all Shimano running gear as well. I mean, the freewheel. I'd have to look on that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, 67. Good year, man. Good year. I was just a little baby back then. Okay, we're going to do some on the bike truing. You guys are going to love it. And we're not even going to let the air out of the tire. Nothing. We're just going to do it the wrong way every time. Okay, so let's get you over here. That's good. Yeah, you guys can kind of see what's going on there, I think. Yeah. All right. Whew. It's almost 80 degrees out here today. Actually, I think it was 80 degrees today. It's probably not that hot now. All right, so we're going to use the brakes to help me see which side my toast is toasted on. We're going to spin this. We're going to adjust this cable up so it's rubbing a little bit. And oh, it's all sprint. It's all sprint running gear. Yeah, well, you're going to find you'll be changing that back derailleur pretty soon. Unless you got a really good spring. I did cover that on a last. I changed this over to an Altus. There's nothing wrong with sprint derailleurs, especially the top ones usually fare pretty well. The back ones, the cage gets twisted a little bit and the spring gets worn out, and there's only one spring on it. And so that spring has to do it all. And you can set the spring to another setting. I'll show you real quick. Yeah. Here's one. Yeah. There's a sprint derailleur right here. Okay. Yeah, you can set, this one is just parts, obviously. But what happens is this cage gets bent, twisted a little bit from wear. And then there's only one spring on here. There's only one, and it's right here. It's this little clip there. And you can change it. I think Schwinn realized that this spring was going to get weak after a while, and they gave you 3 different settings on there to make the spring go to different settings. And after a while, the spring is just weak and it doesn't want to return away like it should have in when it was brand new. So unless you can find this spring or one that's in really good shape, you may be switching that out. And it's sad because it is Sprint, it is Schwinn approved. You want to keep your Schwinn, but you'll find that if you really want to actually just use the bike, you might have to change to a different style that has a little more double springs and stuff like that. But save the good stuff. You might be able to make 1 or 2 out of 3 of these. I do save them. Like I've got, there's another one right here. I've got like 5 of these ready to kind of have the midnight mass effect and take it all apart and see which ones are best. And like this spring is definitely. This spring on this one is probably better than this one, but this cage is better. I don't know. You got to figure it out. It's not the end of the world to change it to a different style. It does happen. It is something that happens. Okay, so we're going to use this. We are going to use this front brake to help me through this. We're going to adjust that up really tight and even tighter. So it's rubbing on there now. I can hear it. We're not going to let the air out. We're not going to do nothing. We're just going to start crunching on spokes how I think they should go to make it not rub on there. And we know it's hitting on this side. It's sitting on my side. Sitting on this one right here. I can hear it. And it's a big chunk. And it's right there. So if I take these 2 on that side and press them, it'll go over. And it does. But not much until it hits the other side. And I can tell that this one's kind of loose. And so these 2 are kind of loose already. So that's telling me that I'm probably doing the right thing. Maybe. And we should loosen this one too. But let's just try tightening this a little bit. And then we'll kind of check it locally. It's still hitting a little bit right there. So we're going to loosen this one just a tad. And tighten these 2 just a bit. And it helps if your spokes actually turn, and these do. It made it a little better. But it went somewhere else too. It went to this side. So now we got this is in a different area now. So now we got to make this come back. So you're chasing this. Might be just a dent in the rim. I think it is. Huh. I think it's a dent in the rim. It's a small dent in the rim. Yeah, we got to let that be. But this right here, we can mess with that. Oh yeah, we can definitely mess with that. This whole area went over because we messed with some other things. So we're messing with stuff, and stuff is happening in other areas that it shouldn't. So we needed to go that way. And this is where when you put it in a truing stand, you do much better. We're just going to be on the bike fly. Okay, that's the dent. There's a dent in the rim on each side. Someone hit a curb. But we're going to go away from that. And it's starting to rub here. for about 5 or 6 spokes. So we want the rim to go that way. Just a little. Now I should loosen some on this side, but they're all fairly loose already. In a perfect world, this rim would be all perfectly. Oh, we did good there. It's not rubbing at all now. So we did good in that quadrant. Okay, now it's rubbing here. Okay, there's some big dents in this front wheel. Now we've got a few up in the rack. We might revisit this at some point. This rim isn't the greatest. It's probably just as dinged up as the wheel that used to be on the back. It's not great. We did make it better. We did make it better. It's not great. And I might revisit, there's some Schwinn front wheels up there that may or may not be better. I don't know. But for now, this is a bike that I can definitely ride tomorrow. What, Jerry Price, what derailleur would you recommend? Well, anything with the double spring action. The one I just put on here is an Altus. Shimano 400 is pretty good. An Altus. Anything like for a 10-speed from the 70s and 80s that's made by Shimano. I hate to say it, but the aluminum case ones. I have one here that's not a piece of junk. Oh, here's a Shimano 400 right here. And it looks just like the Altus I just put on there. Yeah, this will work with a 10-speed. Won't work with a Suburban. Will not work with the 5-speed because the gear is bigger and it doesn't have enough clearance for that to clear. But it will work on a 10-speed. Yeah, Shimano 400 or an Altus or something made by Shimano with the double springs. See, this has got the spring there, and it's got the spring there, and it's got a spring built in there. So really, there's triple springs. And if you look at the one that I just put on here, this Altus, that's a pretty close copy. Here, let me get you over here. You see these 3 little marks here? That looks pretty close. I don't know what, maybe Altus is Shimano. That's very close. And it's got the same knurling in there. In fact, the only difference is the back. The Shimano 400, this looks a little more heavy duty. The one I put on there only has a bolt holding one of these on. It doesn't have this extra cage part. So the Shimano 400 is probably a more robust choice. So anything with the triple spring or the double spring, if it has the spring there built into this, and it has the spring built into here, you're probably going to do all right. It's probably going to be enough to kick it back away from the freewheel. So yeah, that's probably what I would recommend. Now, when you do that, you need more cable, you need more housing, and you need to change the cable because it's not going to be the short reach thing anymore. It's not going to be like the Sprint. Like the Sprints here. You guys there? So yeah, the cable just goes from here to there. It's only about that much cable housing. Whereas the Shimano and the Altus style, it wraps around and gets closer. And that actually makes for easier shifting as well, because this seems to work easier that way than having the cable just a little short piece going right to the top here. These do have a spring built in here as well. the sprint style, but it's kind of stiff and you really the cable has to be really good for that to work. Everything's got to be really nice, and dirt and grit gets in here. And the Shimano style, there's not a lot of room for grit to get in there because it's just different the way it's set up. So yeah, the main problem with the Schwinn approved and the Hoorays and the sprints is they don't have this spring built into here. Schwinn they were just allowing this spring here to kick it back and do the right thing, and it doesn't always work. They get worn. So there you go, and there it is. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're done with this front wheel. It's fair. It's not great. It's fair. We could try to find some pedals. I'd really like to ride this tomorrow. How many hours have I been on here? Am I boring people yet? Are you guys bored? 4 people watching. What's that? Yeah, engage with my audience. I am. I've been engaging with my audience. There's a little reminder on the chat thing. Engage with your audience. I've been talking to you guys, okay? All right, let's find some pedals. I'd really like to ride this tomorrow. And if I can find some cheapy deeps, something to go in there. All right, let's look in this tote here. Oh, that's a 9/16. Okay, let's get you over here. I'm rummaging through my engage with my audience. No, I did engage. What do you mean no? I probably asked a question. I forgot what the question was. Anyway, we're digging through some pedals right now. It's like 1,000,000,000 degrees out here. All right, that's a 9/16. That's a giant bent 1/2 inch. These look pretty sucky. These all look pretty sucky. Okay, we're gonna look through this bin. Oh man, these look worse. Wow. Okay, those are some really bottom of the barrel specials there. Let's see what we got. What the heck was that? I think a tree limb just fell on our shop. Give me a second, folks. Wow. Yes, a decent sized tree limb just fell on our shop roof. Well, there's nothing I can do about it right now. Yeah, tree limbs falling. You guys aren't bored. Wow. The heck? I'll have to go see that tomorrow. Okay, these two are bent. I got these bow pedals. They're not in the greatest of shape. That one's bent. That one's bent. Oh yeah, these were pretty good here. That's bent. I hate to say it, but these are the best pair I have, and they're They're not Schwinn 10-speed. They're bow pedals. And this one's how you tell. You just kind of spin it and look at the thread. That one's good. That one's fair. It's a little bit bent. That's a right. And that's a left. Yeah, this is probably what's going in there, unless I want to switch another bike out. Yeah, these are made in Germany. I don't think I really have a choice. I don't feel like going and taking pedals off of another bike in the basement or something. Well, we got them out. You know, now's the time. Put a couple drops of something down in there, because you're not going to get that oil in there when you're out on the road and they start squeaking. Okay. Let's check the cranks. I think I've chased these about 20 times already with the tapper, but let's just make sure. I think I have tested these before, but let's run this through here. Oh, that's not cooperating. I thought I did test these. I got to get the tool for that one. I'll have to look in the last video. I thought I ran a tap through there. Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I ran a tap through here. Wow. Try a different tap. Yeah, I thought I'm pretty sure I ran a tap through here. Oh yeah, these are fine. The right hand side's fine. We're just gonna make sure. I'm gonna run this tap through. Yeah, there's no chips there. That's good. I think I did, but I just want to make sure. I can't shut you guys off and look at the last video when I was working on the cranks. So there's no chips came out of that one. That's good. And this one here is a left hand 1/2 inch National Find left hand. You can find those right hand ones anywhere, but you'll have to order this left hand one. This is the way it is. They're hard to find. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we're loosening it. And in it goes. Sweet. Yeah, I think I tapped these out. Oh yeah, I must have been through here before. Yeah, there's no problem there. Hit it with some compressed air. Yeah, we'll hit this one with some compressed air too. Here we go. All right, yeah. This is a right, and we're going to dab a little bit of grease on the threads, just on the threaded part. And we're going to do the same thing with the left pedal, and then we're going to put them in. They're rusty bow pedals. And that's what I got. So that's what's going in. I'm sure I'll be bummed tomorrow when they break, but they are definitely worn more than this bike. Now there's a big wasp in here. We got trees falling, wasps coming. Give me a break, folks. Come on now. Get out of here. Dude, what is that thing? Oh, it's a giant carpenter bee. He's actually harmless. Come on, get out of here. Dude, come on, scoot, out. There's the door. No, dummy. And he likes this light. Well, we're being attacked by a giant carpenter bee. The hits just keep coming. He's trying to mate with me. Okay, well, the show must go on. I don't know what this carpenter bee is doing, but he's starting to get on my nerves. All right, let's get this one on. Oh, I think he went outside. Thank goodness. See if we can turn this light on again. Man, that was intense. Huh. Okay, that pedal's not the greatest. Neither one of these pedals are very up to snuff. I'm not super happy with these, but they'll be okay for a little ride tomorrow. All right, let's see. I think all we're really lacking are the little protector ends, which I have to make out of electrical wire tomorrow. I don't have any aluminum ones. What I do is I take a piece of lamp cord and I strip a little piece off of the electrical cord, and then you shove it on here, and it's plastic. I have one used aluminum one. Let's put it on here. What the heck? What the heck, right? Okay, that's better than nothing. Yeah, you take a piece of, can't really show you. I don't know where any. Oh, here's some right here. Yeah, you take some of this and you strip a little piece of it off. You can see I have been stripping it off. Oh, you know what? We'll do it right now. We'll strip a piece off. You don't need that fancy aluminum stuff. And I dare say this lamp cord is probably lighter than that aluminum piece. All right. So you strip a piece off. Or you try to. It helps if you put it in the right stripping part. There, I got it. So what you're left with is this little clear piece, kind of like what's used on your shoelaces, a little clear piece. You don't need that much. We'll trim it a little bit. And then you open it up a little bit with a compass or with a ice pick or / map compass. You just open one end of it up. Be careful. Oh, he's back. Come on, man. Oh, there's two of them back in here now. Oh, come on, dude. Man. Dude, they're huge. I forgot it's carpenter bee season. They're attracted to the light, I guess. All right, so you open that end up pretty good. It's just a little piece of lamp insulation cord. And then you can put it on a cable. It's great fun. We'll go over here. There. Sweet. Now you won't poke yourself with that. You could take a lighter and burn the end too. You don't need to do that though. Let's make one more for this other derailleur. Let's make two more actually. We got to put one on the bottom part. We got to put one here because that's pokey. And we should put one over here too, this big thing sticking up here. So let's make two more before the carpenter bees come back. Wow, they were really after me, man. I'm really glad that carpenter bees are absolutely harmless to humans. They do a number on your house, though. If anybody's from the South, chime in if you know. Man, those things will do a number on your house. Okay, we got one there. We'll put it there. They dig holes to lay eggs, and then they stay in there until next spring or something. And anywhere they can get in and it's untreated wood, they'll get in there and bore this huge hole in your house and lay an egg. It's great. All right, we're going to put this on here. Yeah, that one's good. See that right there? Now you won't poke yourself. And we got this other one I made. And we will get this ready for the top derailleur. And that looks a little long, that cable, actually. There we go. See, that's not going to poke anybody in the hand now. If you grab the bike, you're just going to hit that little piece of plastic. Now, you can burn the end of those with a lighter, but you don't have to. I mean, it stays on. I don't know about the burning with the lighter thing, why that's necessary. It is doable, though. Okay, this is probably ready for a bike ride tomorrow. I mean, we got our light, we got our brakes, we got gears now. Well, that's a whole lot better than it was. That up and down stuff, like I said earlier, is just the way the tire is made. The rubber is painted and not painted on the gum wall. If you look at it this way, there's not a lot of up and down hop there. That's just the gum wall that's not painted there and making it look funky. It's the way they make tires now. It's the way it is. We got gears, we got brakes, we got pedals. I dare say we are going to test this tomorrow. Yep. And let's do a little generator test. And that'll probably be about it, folks. All right. All right, we're going to test the generator now. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. Woohoo! Generator tested. Nobody uses those anyway. Nobody in their right mind uses those anymore, by the way. Most people just use an LED light with some batteries in it. But, you know, when you're vintage, you're going vintage. You know, you're going vintage. Anyway, let's, I think we're going to call that a night, folks. In a few hours. How many? 2 hours here. I started at 6:30. It's almost 8:17. Yeah, you know, that's a good almost 2 hours. Yeah, good to have. If you find some of this, you don't have to buy it new. And sometimes you can find it. Sometimes you can find the lamp cord that's color coded to your bike, like a yellow, some antique yellow or some antique blue stuff. Be careful you don't get into the asbestos cloth covered stuff, but stuff from the 60s that has the plastic cord. Sometimes you can find it not in just clear black or white. Sometimes it's colored, and you can actually. I've actually bought a whole lamp for $5 just to get the light blue lamp cord, just to use it for cables. I know, it's crazy. Okay. Okay, I think, you know what? Let's take it off the stand. I mean, it's ready to test tomorrow. I don't see if anything I don't see any incredible thing that's going to happen, except we're going to test it. So let's double check that. Yeah, I think we're going to take it off the stand. Oh, this bolt was bugging me up there, but I think we can let that go. Yeah, let's take it off of here. America's heaviest lightweight. Okay. Woo. That's nice. Feels pretty good. Yeah, I think that about wraps this one up, folks. I mean, this one's going into my collection, so there will be some improvements here and there. There's one thing I don't like right here. I did notice. I didn't mean to get to this. Somebody painted this bolt light blue, and just looks hideous. It's not something I have to deal with. I can take it for a ride tomorrow, no problem. Anyway, this is ready to test. We've got new tires, new tubes. There's slime inside there. There's a new chain. Everything's repacked. I think the seat is at my height. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we're okay. Probably we'll take it for a small test ride around here before we load it up on the rack tomorrow. It's always good to test things right around in your own driveway, and if something happens, you can deal with it rather than get out there on the road and mess things up. Okay, well, that's it for now, and I'm going to sign off. And uh, thank you, Jerry Price, for chiming in. Thank you, Larry Brightwell. Yeah, he chimed in. Hairbag, yeah, all the usual suspects. Jeffrey Schmoyer, yeah. Oh, you got bow pedals on your 67. Yeah, well, that's an upright. That's a nice bike. It's probably got copper tone grips. I bet you that's got copper tone grips and a copper tone white S seat with the white front and the copper tone on it. Yeah, 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 man, that's a nice bike. Hold on to that one. If it's your size, I've got a few that aren't my size. I'm gonna hold on to it. Yeah, yeah, S seat, copper tone, man, nice color, dude. Uh, does it have fenders? Did it come with fenders? Because man, it's rare when you find one with chrome fenders nowadays. Yeah, yeah. What is going on here? What is he saying? Oh, Mr. Elliott. Oh, dude. Oh, it's got fenders. Cool. Man, hold on to that bike, dude. That's a nice one. Hey, John, I'm sorry you missed it. I'm just closing up. You missed it. A large tree fell on the roof, and carpenter bees came in and tried to get me, but they're harmless to humans, so I'm okay. It's just exciting. Maybe carpenter bees don't like Schwinns. If any of you guys are from the South, you know what a carpenter bee can do to your home. They're harmless to humans, but they're not harmless to your house. Those things will mess you up, mess the house up anyway. But yeah, we got a whole squadron of them over here I got to deal with very soon. I don't want to kill them though. They're pollinators, you know. Okay, wow, we did good tonight. It is a riding 65 varsity. And we're gonna put these pedals away. I'm trying to catch up on tomorrow. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to come in here Monday and do some woodworking and have this like this. So I'm trying to deal with this. I'm just trying to get a little head start for Monday. Okay. We're doing good. Yeah, so I think we've done pretty well on this bike. From something that was completely gummy and dry to something that I'm going to actually go test tomorrow. That's a pretty good come up there. And we do have this better generator. I didn't get to it tonight. What I'm going to do is, yeah, she's ready to roll, John. Yeah, we just tested the generator. We've got new tires, new tubes. Just go back go back on the live feed. You'll be able to see it when I shut it off. We got new tires, new tubes. There's slime in there, new rim liners. We switched out the crappy rim. We took this terrible rim off, and we took the freewheel off of it and put it on the good rim. And that rim is dated 71. Made in Japan, but oh well, it's Schwinn approved. Anyway, we got this other generator. I'm going to switch this on, but it's for the front. And I'm going to unbolt this light and keep it, and unbolt the generator and put this Union aluminum shell on and keep that little square light in the back. Like I said earlier, no one really runs these anymore. It's just me. I'm sure a few people do. Yeah. John Elliott. Cool. I watched yesterday. Yeah. I that was for the members, but then I kicked it down. So what did I do yesterday? Oh, I switched the derailleur out. Yeah, I was doing all the grunt work yesterday. Anyway, we will mess with this. I'm going to take this part out and save everything else and switch this aluminum shell to the back of this bike because that's high tech stuff. All the high tech people run that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could test it right now, but it's dark outside and I can't really ride around with my computer. I'm working on it. Okay, let's see here. We can put this away. Okay, I guess that's all the head start I'm going to get for the rest of the week. It's been fun, and thank you everyone for chiming in. I keep saying I'm going to go, but then I keep cleaning. I'm just trying to get a head start. I know I'm going to have to use the shop. It's a bummer when you come out to make some picture frames or something, and this is all here still. You're like, oh, dude, I should have cleaned that up. Anyway, yeah, I do really have to go. You need one. I got a few. Oh, for what, the sprint derailleurs? Yeah, I'm switching over to Altus. I'm switching over to Shimano. It's just, I hate to say it, but there are slightly better derailleurs, and I've got a whole bunch of Schwinn sprints. I think I'm just going to clean them all and see if I can make one good one. Oh, generator. No, I did good. I got this. I got this Union. It's not Schwinn approved, but I got a whole box of this stuff. I got a whole box of Schwinn approved stuff too. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty set. I got goodies. These are all Schwinn approved. Some of these aren't, but I got some goodies. I just like this one because it's a Union and it's aluminum shell and it feels pretty good. And I'll switch it over. Wow, now the coyotes are out. Man, what is going on tonight? We got tree limbs and coyotes. Oh, wow. Okay. It's official. I'm tired. I'm going in. Thank you for everyone. The channel seems to be really growing now, and I check some of the analytics, and I check some of the click-through rates and what people are doing. And YouTube just had this big thing where they got rid of a whole bunch of AI slop channels, and how is AI? How is someone going to AI this or me? I'm sure they could try. I'd like to see them try. Anyway, they just got rid of a whole bunch of AI slop channels where there's no actual human talking to you and stuff like that. And once they did that, the channel seems to be really taking off. So I will be doing a Saturday night feed. I like doing them. And if I can't do it, then I'll do one earlier in the week or something. It will be pretty much a thing for Saturday nights. I love coming out here and talking to everybody and, just learning from my own mistakes. I do make mistakes, plenty of them. One is probably collecting Schwinns. Okay. Peace out, man. I'm glad everyone had a good time. And oh yeah, let's look at this little thing they tell me. Engage with your audience. Yeah, I am. I'm talking to people right now, AI slop. I guess, AI was supposed to help us, man, All right, I love it too. I'll see you guys next week. And sometimes I do some impromptu spur of the moment live feeds just because I can. Okay, peace out, guys and girls, and see you later.